Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Odin here on this fine Sunday evening. Once again, making a video for you all, letting you know what's up in my world, in the world of Broken Compass Entertainment, all that good shit. So, yeah, good to see you. Hope your weekend's been awesome. Mine's been pretty good. I didn't have my kids this weekend, which is always what it is. I have to deal with that, but I get a lot more drawing done when I don't have my kids around, partially because it becomes like a lazy weekend and I just kind of go, you got to do something. Oh, right, drawing. So I get more drawing done. And I definitely did. I got a couple pages of shove, several penciled and one fully inked, and yeah, so feel good about that. I was able to get to my local comic shop. Picked up this bad boy to add to my Savage Sword collection, which always have the greatest covers, and this one's no exception, of course. The great Earl Norham, one of my favorite Conan covers ever. Norham never disappoints. He's my favorite Savage Sword cover artist. And this is another Curtis era. This is number 14. The story is Shadow God of Zumbula, which was a Howard story from, what was it, Weird Fantasies, Weird Tales? Can't remember the story that the Pulp magazine that he did a lot of writing for, or where a lot of his stuff was printed. It's also got a King Cole and Solomon Kane story in here, so it's all Howard all the time, which is pretty cool. And then, if I remember right, the interiors are Neil Adams, which I always love his black and white work in Savage Sword. Is where you really see Neil Adams' talent back then. A lot of the colored stuff that he did was, I don't know, you lose something. And part of the reason why I love these Savage Sword of Conan's, the black and white artwork inside is beautiful, plus the covers. And this one was in pretty darn good shape. I don't want to say immaculate because it's not perfect, but pretty good shape. I haven't pulled it out, but yeah. Anytime you can put a King Kong-sized gorilla on the cover, that's a winner. Plus, look at the coloring on that. It's beautiful. He did the green lighting from the glow. Excellent stuff. So, very happy with that. That was the only one I picked up because, not that it was super expensive, but I also had to get bags and boards and, about to buy a house. So it's like, yeah, try not to spend too much. Picked up that, and then what else we got going on? So mostly what I drew today was not shove stuff. That was mostly yesterday, but today was pretty much spent working on this piece, which I will call a pseudo commission for a friend, which is it's been a while coming. So I could show that off. Pretty proud of it. It's in a bag, so it's got kind of a glare, I'm sure. So let's see if we can get an angle that shows it well. For a friend, like I said, a pseudo commission, I'm calling it. Let's see if we can get it in a place without too much glare. And those who know me well know that I don't color very much at all or add color very often. So, but this one I was doing just black and white, and then I wanted to, color his scarf here. And I was like, just color the scarf. It'll be cool, bold red. And then I'm like, well, then I should color the logo. And then I decided, well, now I'm going to go in with something else I hardly ever do, which is a bit of gray wash. You can kind of see. just a touch of gray to add to the depth. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. Excited to send it out to who it's going to. So. So that was fun. It was fun to spend my day just kind of immersing myself in this one drawing. It's also good to sometimes take breaks from the required stuff, I guess, like Shove. So, yeah, but Shove Volume 2, working on it. Almost done with the one story, which is one I'm writing. And then it'll have at least 4 total stories, so 3 others, but probably 4 more stories. So probably 5 total. It'll have Screenplay, which is a story that James wrote, which is the script is fully done. And there's another one that James and I had worked on that's a real short one, really funny. And it's going to be a hoot. That one is, nice little short one, but it'll be fun. So that one's probably going in. That script's not written, but the idea is fully fleshed out. And then Hojo has a story he's writing. That script's pretty much done. There's just a few kinks to work out. And then having a guest writer as well. So James tells me. I haven't talked to him, so I can't say with 100% surety or anything like that, but he said that Connor McCreary of Kill Shakespeare fame wants to write a story in Shove Volume 2, which is super cool. Plus, I like the idea of having these guest writers, and I'm not opposed to the idea of guest artists. I just don't want to pay for it. So if you want to work for free and be part of this project, or we could work out a deal depending on how much we sell or something, hit me up, because if I have to draw all of these stories, it's just going to take a hell of a lot longer. Now, mind you, when I get into my house, which is coming very soon, I feel the creative juices will flow a lot better, because I'll have my drafting table back, my actual desk that I like to work on. Right now, I've got the art clipboard, and that's just not the same. You know, I can sit here and draw, I can sit on the couch, I can be mobile, but there's something about sitting at my desk, and it feels like time to go to work, and I get a lot more done. It just feels more natural. So excited for that. I mean, I'm excited to get in the house regardless. So this is actually, how do you say, the penultimate video that I'll make in this place, because I'm here this Sunday, assuming I make another video next Sunday, which I probably will. And then by the time that following Sunday rolls around, that's when I'm moving. So I probably won't make a video, but I'll be in the new house, staying there. So that'll be cool. And super excited. Excited to have my map back. Excited to have a place that I can set up exactly how I want. It's going to be great. And I'm just, unbelievably excited about that, and can't wait to get out of here. This place has served me well for, the time I've been here, but, I don't want to stay here any longer, really. So that'll be great. We'll get into the new place, and, I'm wanting to hit the ground running once I'm there. It'll take a little while to settle in again. A lot of settling in lately. What else? Last night, we had a very special episode of Saturday Night Leaped on the Broken Compass Entertainment channel, where we watched a super retarded movie, and but it was fun. It was fun to riff on it, and that's the only reason you watch a movie that horrible, is to just make fun of it and laugh the entire time. And that's what we did, and we had a blast. We had a great chat that was throwing in some zingers. A great panel that was very funny as well. So the movie we watched was what's it called? Riding the Bus with My Sister. What a great title that is, anyway. Which is basically the movie. I mean, there's no freaking plot. None of it made sense. But it stars a full retard Rosie O'Donnell. She didn't take Robert Downey Jr.'s advice from Tropic Thunder. She went full retard. To be fair, it came out before Tropic Thunder, I believe. But yeah, horrible. Oh, she was god awful. And yeah, we powered through, making fun of it the whole time. So we had obviously James and myself, and then Ryan Miller from Lion Mill Studio, the creator of Cascadia. I say that every time I talk about him. The creator of Cascadia. His book's coming soon from Broken Compass Entertainment, but probably, well, definitely not till next year sometime, early next year. So, but he was there. Always great to have Ryan hanging out. My old Spokane friend, he's still there, and I moved on right after we met. It appears from old friend, good friend, J-Bot, who has the art department on his channel, which you can find me there on Thursday nights on the art department, drawing most of the time. But even if I'm not there, J-Bot has his show going, which is great. It's just an art stream, but a lot of cool people hanging out. And then we had Chris Fisk, the creator of Infinitale Chronicles, and always a friend of the channel. One of the funniest guys to hang out with. He was just nonstop zingers the entire time. It was hilarious. Plus, he has one of the most engaging, awesome laughs that just makes everything that much more funny. So yeah, it was a great panel. Like I said, the chat was firing on all cylinders. It was a fun time, even though the movie was absolute dog shit. But so I might drop that link down below. And then Kill Them Dead. I'll definitely drop that link because as much as possible, we need more eyes on that campaign. Really trying to figure out a way to find our audience on that, because I believe in the product. The product itself is solid. It's good. It's badass. But we're not getting a whole lot of movement. So I'm like, just got to find the right people. So we got to find the right people, find our audience. So a few things in mind to make that happen, but we don't have much more time left on the IndieGoGo campaign, but we will move to Kickstarter, which you actually have a better chance of reaching a wider audience there, typically speaking. More people know Kickstarter, so they're more likely to go there to crowdfund if they're not particularly used to it. Plus, you can get more natural traffic there in theory, so hoping. But for now, we really want to do as good as possible on the IndieGoGo campaign because, we just want, obviously we want to do as much sales as we can. So yeah, we'll drop that link also. Outside of that, ain't much going on, just work and life. I guess we got Veterans Day. That's a big thing that just happened, and I always get contemplative on Veterans Day. I didn't serve. Even if I really wanted to, I couldn't because I got in big trouble when I was a young man. So I was excluded from that possibility. Unless there was a draft or some crazy scenario, they might have said, "Hey, you're young, get in there," which is weird. You would think they would want. Well, you would and you wouldn't. I think they want these criminals doing that. But my dad was Air Force. His dad served. My mom's dad. Plenty of my cousins and uncles and relatives in general. So, and whether people do it out of high-minded, noble ideals or just for the GI Bill or whatever, it really doesn't matter, because having a standing active military for the greatest country in the world is extremely important, and it's always been important. And the people who step up to perform that, whether they see it as a civic duty or not. They are performing a civic duty, and it's something that can't be undersold or overappreciated. Because I was thinking about it as I was getting contemplative. I was thinking about how we can complain about this country, and we can see all the signs of where it might be going wrong, and we can, think there's a underlying oppressive government right around the corner, all these kind of things that might keep us up at night even. But the reality is we all live, 99% of us, extremely comfortable. And I believe that 1% that maybe doesn't live comfortable, it could just be a lot of bad circumstances, but also not utilizing the resources that are available. Because I grew up extremely poor, and my mom was pretty savvy about exploring all kinds of resources so that we grew up, feeling okay. I knew I was poor. I went to like a school with like a lot of rich families, and I was obviously way poorer than them, and we were pretty poor. And there were times when I was like scrounging around the cupboard trying to find anything to eat. So it wasn't always gravy. But the thing is, I don't feel like we were like destitute, and I don't feel like we were poverty stricken, even though by anybody's standards we were. I feel like, and I don't feel like I was underprivileged, because of that station in life. We lived relatively comfortably. We lived relatively comfortably, and my childhood was good. It was rough. There was all kinds of rough things, but I still remember growing up happy and healthy and all these things, and didn't feel like, I could see it all around me. These kids with a lot more money having a lot more stuff and a lot more this and that. It does kind of, as a kid, you're kind of jealous, but I didn't like hate my lot in life, and I didn't feel like I was gypped. I felt like just a normal kid. And the whole point being that we lived pretty comfortably without virtually any income, and that's the world we live in. We're a very affluent, prosperous nation, and unless you've lived on the other side of the fence, which I never have, but plenty of people have out there in the world, you don't know how good we actually have it. And having a military symbolizes, or it upholds that ideal. It represents that ideal. That ideal is basically the foundation of what the United States is, which we prioritized human or individual sovereignty. And I don't think any nation before had really done that to the extent that we did. And it changed the whole paradigm of the world. For mostly good, in some ways bad, but mostly good. And I think it's the foundation of what it means to be American. And again, whether somebody joins up for military service for some high-minded, noble, idealistic cause, or for selfish reasons, it really doesn't matter, because the whole of it is it keeps that vision alive. It keeps us from being reined in by outside interference, at least on a military level. And we get a lot of that, and a lot of things have changed, and they're going to keep changing, I'm probably sure. But as much as we can, hold on to that ideal of prioritizing human sovereignty or individual sovereignty. It's like I said, it changed the world, and because I'm very, I guess, like libertarian minded or classically liberal or whatever you want to call it, I always like tend towards that, which is like leave people alone. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, you're fine. So that's kind of how I look at everything. But anyway, I thank the veterans for stepping up. And even though, like I said, I never served, I had tons of respect for everyone I knew that did, all my friends, all my family who did. It was never lost on me what exactly they were doing, how much, especially if you're not forced into it, how much that takes a certain amount of bravery and courage just to step up and do that. You also have to go through the fire a little bit, and you learn a lot of things that are actually really great lessons for people to learn. And I feel I have a lot of those things without doing it, but certainly I would have been fast-tracked on some of those lessons if I had gone through, boot camp and military service. But nonetheless, like I said, I always respected veterans and their service, and I thank you all, those of you who have served, those of you who are serving, and those of you who are going to. It's no small thing what you're doing, no matter what your motivations are. But yeah, that's about all I got, I think. I don't think if there's anything else of a worthy note to talk about, but I'm guessing there isn't, or there probably is, and I'm just forgetting. But anyway, as always, hope your weekend was awesome, and wherever you're at in life, whatever you're facing, good or bad or otherwise, I hope you always face every situation with strength and courage and power and integrity. Above all, integrity. I always say that, above all, integrity. But again, I give great care for the loved ones around you. And if you do that, I stand by this. If you do that, at the very least, you can die happy knowing that you stood with integrity. But I generally think that the chips will fall in your favor if you do that. So yeah, strive for that. And that's all I got today. So until next time, this is only the second to last before I'm in my new digs, which I'm excited for. So, oh, and driving and singing videos have made a triumphant return. So check those out. They always do better than these Sunday videos anyway. So somebody likes them. Anyway, until next time, it's Odin here.